Welcome back to LoveLab. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest relationship advice videos. Today, we're tackling a topic that everyone wonders about at some point. How do you know if someone is really into you? It's not always easy to tell, is it? We've all been there, trying to decipher mixed signals, questioning their every text, every look. But what if I told you there are some clear signs, some undeniable tells that reveal their true feelings? Well, get ready, because in this video we're diving deep into the top 10 signs that show they might just be falling for you. By the end of this video, you'll be a pro at reading the subtle and not so subtle hints that someone is head over heels. Let's unlock the mystery of attraction together. First up is consistent communication. Think about it. When someone is into you, they'll make an effort to reach out regularly. They crave that connection, that digital thread that keeps you linked throughout the day. But here's the key. It's not just about the quantity of texts or calls, it's about the quality and the intention behind those interactions. Do they send you a good morning text, wishing you a great day, wanting to set the tone for you? Or maybe they check in to see how your day is going, showing genuine interest in your world. And it goes beyond just asking, "How are you?" Do they follow up on something you mentioned in a previous conversation? That's a sign they were truly listening, that your words resonated with them. Consistent communication shows that you're on their mind, that they're thinking of you even when you're apart. They respect your time, your space. And if you find yourself smiling when you see their name pop up on your phone, it's a surefire sign they're into you. Sign number 2 is a big one. They make time for you. We all know how busy life can get: work, school, family obligations, hobbies and more. Everyone's juggling a million things, right? But when someone is truly interested in you, you become a priority. They'll carve out time in their schedule, no matter how hectic things get. This doesn't mean they're dropping everything at a moment's notice, becoming a slave to your every whim. No, it's about effort, about showing you that spending time with you is valuable, precious. Maybe they suggest a lunch date between meetings, squeezing in a slice of heaven amidst the chaos of their day. Or perhaps they invite you to join them for an activity they're passionate about, sharing a part of themselves that they hold dear. The key here is effort. If they're making an effort to see you or talk to you, rearranging their life to accommodate you, it's a strong indicator that they value your presence in their life. Sign 3 is all about attention to detail. Have you ever had a conversation with someone, and then weeks later, they bring up something you mentioned in passing? It could be your favorite coffee order, a story from your childhood, or even a small detail about your day. It's like they tucked that piece of information away, treated it as something precious. When someone remembers the little things, it shows that they're truly paying attention, that you matter to them. It means that when you speak, they hear you, not just the words, but the emotions, the nuances behind them. They're absorbing the essence of you. For example, let's say you mentioned your favorite band during a conversation. A few days later, they surprise you with tickets to a concert, knowing how much joy that would bring you. It's these small gestures, these little acts of thoughtfulness that indicate they're thinking about you even when you're not around, that they want to make you happy. Remembering details is a sign of emotional investment. Number 4 is a sign that things might be getting serious. They're interested in getting to know the people closest to you. This one can be a bit tricky because not everyone is ready to introduce their new love interest to their inner circle right away. It's a big step, a merging of worlds. But if they're making an effort to meet your friends or even talk about meeting your family, it's a strong sign they're serious about you and want to be part of your world. They're not just interested in you in isolation. They want to see how you fit in with the people who shaped you, who make you, you. Think about it. Meeting friends and family is a big step. It shows that they're thinking long-term and want to see how they fit into your life. They're not afraid of commitment, of intertwining their life with yours. Sign number 5, compliments. We all love a good compliment, don't we? It's a little ego boost, a validation that we're seen and appreciated. But when it comes from someone who's into you, it carries a little extra weight. their words hold a different kind of power. Compliments are a way of expressing admiration and attraction. They're little love letters disguised as everyday words. Whether they're complimenting your appearance, your personality, or something unique about you, it's a clear sign that they're paying attention and appreciating what they see. But here's the thing, genuine compliments are more than just flattery. They're specific and thoughtful. They come from a place of genuine admiration. Number 6, physical touch. Physical touch is one of the most universal signs of attraction, a primal language that speaks volumes. But it's also one that requires a bit of nuance. It doesn't have to be anything intense or overt. Sometimes the smallest gestures can speak volumes. Maybe they lightly touch your arm when they're talking to you, a subtle way of bridging the gap, of seeking connection. Or perhaps they give you a hug when they see you, a warm embrace that lingers just a second longer than usual. They might even find excuses to sit close to you, their body language screaming their desire to be near. These subtle forms of touch are often unconscious ways of showing that they're comfortable with you and want to be closer. It's their body's way of saying, I want to be near you, to feel your presence. Chapter 7. Future Talk. Are you in their vision of tomorrow? Sign 7. They're curious about your future. When someone is interested in you, they're not just focused on the present, they're also thinking about what the future might hold. They're envisioning their life and you're in that picture. If they're asking where you see yourself in a few years, or what your long-term goals are, it could mean they're trying to figure out if your paths align, and if there's room for them in your future. They're assessing compatibility, looking for those shared dreams and aspirations that bind two people together. These kinds of conversations often come up naturally as you get to know each other better. Maybe you're talking about your career aspirations, your travel plans, or your dreams for the future. Next up, number 8, they're protective. Now, this doesn't mean they're overly possessive or controlling, those are red flags. But if someone genuinely cares about you, they'll look out for your well-being in both big and small ways. For example, they might make sure you get home safely after a night out, a simple act that speaks volumes about their concern. Or perhaps they offer to help when you're going through a tough time, a shoulder to cry on, a listening ear. They might even just check in to see how you're feeling when you're under the weather, a small gesture that shows they're thinking of you. These actions show that they're invested in your happiness and safety. They're not just along for the ride, they're invested in your well-being, in seeing you thrive. Sign 9 is a big one. Vulnerability. When someone is really into you, they're willing to open up and share personal stories, fears and dreams with you. They're peeling back the layers, letting you see the real person beneath the surface. Vulnerability is a sign of trust. And trust is a key foundation of any meaningful relationship. It's about creating a safe space where you can both be your authentic selves, flaws and all. Maybe they tell you about a difficult experience they've had, a past heartbreak, a childhood wound, or perhaps they share their hopes for the future, their deepest desires, their fears of failure. They might even talk about their insecurities, the things that keep them up at night. And finally, sign number 10. They mirror you. Now, this doesn't mean they're mimicking your every move or turning into your clone. Instead, it's about subtle cues, unconscious behaviors that signal a deep connection. When we're attracted to someone, we naturally start to mirror their body language, their tone of voice, even their breathing patterns. It's our body's way of saying we're in sync, on the same wavelength. Pay attention to how they position their body when they're with you. Do they lean in when you lean in? Do they cross their legs in the same direction as you? These subtle cues can be a powerful indicator of attraction. You might also notice that they start using similar phrases or vocabulary as you, or that their tone of voice takes on a similar cadence. So there you have it, the top 10 signs that someone might just be falling for you. Remember, love is a complex dance, and no two relationships are the same. But by paying attention to these signs, you can gain valuable insights into their true feelings and navigate the world of dating with more confidence and clarity. Now, I want to hear from you. What signs have you noticed when someone is into you? Share your experiences in the comments below and let's continue the conversation. And don't forget to subscribe to LoveLab for more dating advice, tips and tricks to help you find the love you deserve. Until next time, stay curious, stay open, and keep those hearts open.